Hey, good evening, everyone. This is the Auburn School Buildings Committee meeting for June 23rd, 2015. It's 7 o'clock now, and I'd like to open it up with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next item on the agenda is citizens' comments. Seeing that we don't have everybody here, we'll move on to the next is approval of meeting minutes from last meeting that were in the packages and stuff.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay,
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Any comments, concerns on the meeting minutes? If not, all those in favor of approving? Aye. All those opposed? They've been approved. Item 4 on the agenda is the general updates. So we got Skanska up first.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Building project remains on schedule, under budget. We're really moving into pretty much a punch list phase. Inside the building, there's a couple of loose ends that Fontaine is working on, but it's mostly in either damaged materials that they're waiting for something to come in, or if something was delivered a little short. But overall, it's coming together. It's really in a punch list mode, like I said. LPA has punched the classroom wing, first and second floor, and Fontaine's in the process of completing that work. We've started to protect the floors in all the corridors and common areas because we're expecting the furniture deliveries to start rolling in the second week in July, so we're preparing for that. Outside, hardscapes are nearly complete. Landscaping is nearing completion, and they'll be doing the final paving this week, all except for the back section near the turf field, which will be held back. There's still some work going on the turf field, so they don't want to final pave that stretch behind the building. But if you were out there earlier, you'll see that there's finished paved sidewalks, and they'll continue doing the lot later this week, weather permitting. Any questions on the building side of it before I get into West Street? No? West Street work continues out on West Street with Balthazar. We do have their first invoice as part of the packet that Bill Coyle sent over. The line removals have been continuing. Both Comtrack, the town fiber, and the and Charter, the cable, have been removed onto the new poles, and we're down to Verizon. Verizon's been out for about the last week and a half working on the relocations. They've actually run new line to most of the poles, and now they're in the process of getting ready to refeed the residences across the street. And once that happens, they can remove the entire service off the old poles and take the poles down. You probably saw as you pulled in that they've paved a stretch around the old poles. Once they're pulled, obviously the final paving will go over the top. They overall remain on schedule. It's going to be dependent on whether Verizon is out of the way in time to actually meet their completion date. But the retaining wall down here is in pretty good shape, and they're moving ahead. They've completed the paving at the fire station recently, this past week. So overall, West Street is also moving along. Any questions?
When they remove the poles, they're going to take the pole out?
Yeah.
And then fill up the hole, they're not just going to cut it off?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. As they took lines off the poles, they actually cut them down. the power company starts that. Once they take theirs off, they lop off the top so that nobody can go above. But yeah, they'll physically pull the poles.
Back to the building, what's the status of the landscaping?
Landscaping is, what would you say, Jamie, 90%?
90%.
The back courtyard has been, all plantings are in. Around the building, most of the plantings are in. It's been hydro-seeded, probably 80 to 90% of the islands have been hydro-seeded.
Yeah, it's really just the sod is the last kind of piece, and that's going to be coming next week.
Where's the sod gonna go?
The practice field by the student garden, and then all around the building.
And is the hydro-seeded area this time of year gonna be all right with watering it, I guess?
Yeah, they just get water. The landscaper actually owns getting it established,
Okay.
so the landscape architect will come out probably in a couple of months, probably in the fall, and take a look, and then they'll either formally accept it or say the landscaper has to fix X, Y, and Z.
Okay, great.
I didn't notice when I came in tonight, is there a sign at the beginning of West Street with the name of the school?
There is a precast sign as you pull into the entrance.
I missed it, it's already up?
Yeah, it's over here. It's
Right to the entrance.
it's to this side of the driveway going in, but it's a precast sign. Might be a little bit difficult to see because the training structure is still there. I've been told the training structure is moving to the back of the site, but no, the sign is in place. Any other questions?
Is this training structure?
I think what you talk about is that little classroom wood structure that they have, covering not the whole, not the tower.
Yeah. I think they call it an outdoor classroom.
Okay. Anything else? All right. Thank you. Eric.
Good evening. So we're 2 weeks away from substantial completion. It's July 7th, and that's a pretty significant milestone for several reasons. Among those, first of all, it means you can occupy the building. You'll have a certificate of occupancy. You can start moving in. Our furniture is, or your furniture is scheduled to begin to arrive July 8th. So you can use it for its intended purpose. And secondly, it starts the clock on your warranties. So for the portions that are complete, that's the beginning of your 1-year warranty on things. So it's a pretty significant date there. What we do is we will, there will be certain, on the form of substantial completion, there will be designated any areas that are incomplete, and that will exclude those areas from the warranty, and we'll follow up with a final form of substantial completion for those items when they are actually complete. We have been starting to see closeout documents as we approach substantial completion, things like as-built drawings, warranties, operation and maintenance manuals. We're hoping to see testing and balance reports soon and the like. We have, as Neil noted, we've begun our punch lists, and we've been asking for kind of a work to complete list from Fontaine Brothers before we actually go into an area to punch it out and do our list of deficiencies. But the lists have been short. The work is of typically high quality, and we're not seeing extensive issues that need to be remedied. Once we get all of the closeout documents, or the majority of closeout documents, and in advance of the certificate of occupancy, Lamro Pagano as the architect, and also our consulting engineers, plumbing, fire protection, HVAC, electrical, and the like, will issue affidavits certifying that the building has been constructed in compliance with the drawings and specifications, and that we've all visited the site on a regular basis, and that goes to the building inspector and gives him some comfort of peace of mind to issue that certificate of occupancy. Any questions about substantial completion?
Would you be asking Joe Fahey to get involved in those punch lists?
Joe has been involved. And as well Skanska has been involved. Prior to beginning the punch list review process, we went through a sample classroom and to kind of make sure we were all on the same page as far as the level of detail of things. But we were all speaking the same language there, and
Yeah.
we've been.
Thank you.
As far as the warranties list goes, on the start to the end, who's going to have control of that list? Are you going to have a set list saying for each contract or whatever?
They come in as according to specification section. You know, the HVAC. There'll be an HVAC section, an electrical section. But you're also going to get warranties on things like lockers and wood floors and that sort of thing as well.
But I think it's going to be turned over a hard copy and electronic copy or something.
It will be turned over to you as the owner, and those will reside probably with Joe.
With Joe? Okay.
As I would think. One additional comment about the warranties, that it's a 1-year warranty. So at the end of 11 months, we'll come back out and we'll do a walkthrough together and just identify any issues that need to be remedied before that 1-year warranty expires. That's one of MSBA's requirements, and it's a good practice to do that because it's easy to lose track of that.
Thank you.
So we next item on my list is FF&D and technology update. That's moving ahead very quickly now. We as I said, the furnishings are scheduled to begin delivery and installation starting on July 8th. And they're not all going to arrive at once. They're going to be spaced out so that they arrive in sequences that can be managed and handled for deliveries. We had a pre-installation meeting last week with the district and the district's people who will be on site to receive furniture, and we had our FF&E consultants there as well just to walk through the delivery and installation procedures, what to expect in terms of what's required to sign, what those people will have from us in terms of documents. We'll provide them with drawings of all of the furnishings, a master list of all the pieces of equipment so that they can check those things off as they arrive. And we'll be present as well periodically just to follow that process. Technology installation is ongoing. Interactive projectors have been installed on many of the classrooms. The local area network is nearly complete. The data switches are being installed. The patch cords, the servers, telephone system will be installed next. I passed out a list of equipment, and that looks like this with various colors. In this middle column here, the colors, the green, the tan, and the reddish color they designate different levels of procurement requirements, so that if a contract is up to $10,000, you have to follow one procedure, between $10,000 and $35,000 another, and then over $35,000 a different procedure according to mass bid laws. That's the significance of the colors there. Most of these are under $35,000. On the right side, that really is an indicator of the status in terms of where they are in the process, whether it's a school contract, buyout, Blue Line Design it's in their court. Whether it's something has been ordered is green, and then in procurement is yellow. And most of the, again, the purchase orders have, I think, for the most part, technology purchase orders are out. There may be one or two minor items that have not been ordered. Furnishings, the same. I think there's a few tables that have not been ordered. The equipment, the things, the smallware, kitchen smallwares, that sort of thing, gymnasium equipment, the outdoor furnishings. A good part of that has been ordered, but that will be an ongoing process through July and August, and that will probably come right down to the wire. Some of those things as they come into the building. That's typically the last thing with the shortest lead times. So that is an ongoing process as well. In this list, one of the one thing I wanted to mention was the bleachers. We originally had the bleachers in FF&E as a line item. Because the scope of it expanded slightly, you know, we originally had a couple of very small portable bleachers, and after speaking with the district, the decision was made to go to really maximize the field bleachers within the space that's allowed for them, to go to a more of a permanent installation. So we did that, and because of the size of that contract, it needed to be a prevailing wages as well. So that was put out to Fontaine Brothers as a change order request, and it came back. I think we got very good pricing on it, and it was actually much less than the preliminary estimate we had from one of the vendors. So we're happy to see that. But that's why you're being asked to vote on that tonight. It does exceed the $25,000 change order threshold.
Eric, yeah, you're right. That's $163 a seat, which is pretty reasonable. But what are 4 companion seats?
Companion seats are spaces. They're cutouts for accessible seating, because it's everything on the site.
There's also wheelchair spaces for.
Correct. So there's a wheelchair space, and next to it a companion seat.
And that quote includes the slab under it.
The slab underneath it was part of the base contract. That was planned for, and that.
Thank you.
We're basically filling that concrete slab completely with the bleachers. I think it's 8 rows. I think it's somewhere slightly over 250 seats.
Yeah. 247.
247, okay, slightly under.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jamie with Fontaine's update.
A whole lot.
That's good news.
Yeah. So we already talked about landscaping a little bit. The last big push on that is the sod and some of the work around the building. We just put the binder down for all the sidewalks this week, so the landscape will be finishing up in those areas between the end of this week and the beginning of next week. The turf, the installer showed up on Monday, so they have all their material here. They'll be picking away at that It should take them about 2 weeks if the weather cooperates, so they'll basically be finishing up right around when we're trying to get out of here. Testing and balancing on the HVAC inside, they just finished that up. I was supposed to have the report to forward to the design team today. I should have it by tomorrow now. That's kind of one of our key things for getting our affidavits from the engineers, and then also the fire alarm ring out is another big one we're chasing, and that should happen by the end of the week. Bill's been in touch with Captain Anderson next door and with Caleb from the town, so we're shooting for all of our inspections for late next week. That gives us a little bit of room if we have an issue that we won't be right up against it on the 7th. For the building itself, now that we're getting into the closeout documents, we're starting to work with Joe, setting up training. A lot of these guys own, as part of their contract, X amount of hours of training, and we'll start setting all that up with Joe and whoever else needs to be there, and we'll get, you know, sign-in sheets and all that stuff so we can keep track of who provided what they're supposed to. But big picture with the school, it's all kind of coming together. Now we're just chasing paperwork. So, anybody have any questions from my end? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next is all the fun stuff, all the bills and payments. Is there any more to go over on that change order, Eric, than what you just did for the?
I don't think so, other than I believe it's a good pricing, it's good value for the project.
Okay. So, first up is the change order request for COR 97, the improvements to the bleachers.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve change order request number 97, exterior bleachers, price number $40,186.87. Dated 5/7/15.
All right, we have
Second.
a motion and a second. Any questions, concerns? All right, seeing none. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? It's been approved.
Also, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we pay Skanska invoice number 1311838 PDS 1244739 dated 6/5/15 in the amount of $76,305.00.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? That's been approved.
I'd also like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we pay Lamar and Pagano invoice number 1207-1505 dated 5/29/15 in the amount of $47,785.00.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Questions, comments? All right, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? That's been approved.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we pay Fontaine Brothers application for payment number 14, dated June 11th, 2015, in the amount of $1,925,843.74.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions? Any questions, concerns? All right, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? That's approved.
This is handy. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to also make a motion that we pay Briggs Engineering and Testing invoice number 77047 dated 4/25/15 in the amount of $167.25.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Questions, comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? It's approved.
We got some legal bills here
Yeah,
that look kind of,
we had them in last month, and there was a summary sheet on it.
Yeah, there was one page that didn't make it through the copy machine, so the total was, did not match the backup, so we got the correct backup. And the total of all the invoices is $7,012.50.
And this is all related to West Street, right? The legal stuff?
All West Street, yes.
Mr. Chairman, my question is, subtotal $1,620, current fee $607.50, current payment $1,620, total amount due $607.50. I don't understand the billing process. Maybe there's something that might be challenged.
This is another bill missing.
It's just,
No.
So you told me.
I mean, no, every one of them. I don't know, I don't understand them.
I think
Oh,
in order, they'll have the bill summary at the bottom, that's the total amount due, and then their next bill, they show that the $1,620 was paid by the town, and they have a new bill for $607,
How much do we owe?
$7,012.50.
Really?
And this is actually a transfer from the project to the town, because the town has already paid Hannigan's Law.
yeah. That's right. We had that last month's package, and that's probably should have been recopied and put in this one, but was the summary from Eddie. That's when we first were trying to figure out why the numbers weren't matching with the backup and stuff.
Correct.
Well, I think the town already paid it, so why should we?
Well, that's project related.
Transfer from the project back to the town funds, is my understanding.
Yeah, it's a responsibility of the project.
Yeah.
So, Joe, you don't want? Huh?
We owe it to them, right?
Yeah.
We go?
There we go.
Okay. So the auto, I'd rather auto than cheap market.
Exactly.
There are more, yes, we don't have to leave them hanging.
I don't understand what I would be making a motion of, so I refrain from making a motion.
All right.
Okay.
So the motion would be for $7,012.50, right?
For the outstanding bills, yes.
Of which we have no backup on.
No, we have the backup here. The backup's all
Yeah,
here.
they're just missing one page, right?
Last
Last
month,
month's-
it was in one page.
Okay.
This packet has all of them that.
I think it adds up there.
Never reviewed it, so.
Then I'll make a motion to pay the law office of Robert Hennigan Jr. $7,012.50.
Second.
He's adding it
They do all total up to that. So we have a motion and a second. Any questions, concerns?
Nope.
Do you need some more help,
Numbers.
Mr. Miller? It's just the.
We
I
don't
think
have
it's.
enough- we don't have
it's
enough
how
time for that.
It's how the. It's how their payments get done from the town.
If Ed Casanova sent us a bill for legal services,
Yes,
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
he did. It wasn't last month. That's why I was just
I
looking
just
for
don't
that.
understand the way this building, and if I don't understand it, I don't feel comfortable.
That's where they lie. Crooks.
That was just a.
but
Oh, you got your motion in a second.
Okay, Aaron. All those in favor? Aye.
I abstain.
And one abstain. It's been approved.
Nothing wrong with that, Joe, nothing.
Anyway, okay. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we pay Skanska invoice relative to Auburn West Street improvements. Invoice number 13118381001244613, dated 6/05, in the amount of $3,140.00.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Questions, comment? Nope. All right, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It's been approved.
I'd also like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we pay VHB invoice number 0200397, dated May 22nd, 2015, in the amount of $733.60.
Second. I'll sign.
All right, questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That's been approved.
Also like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we pay Comtrack Corporation invoice number 3420148, dated 6/1/15, in the amount of $6,290. It's for fiber optic municipal network. This one.
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? It's been approved.
Also, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make another motion that we pay Comtrack Corporation invoice number 3420149, dated 6/1/2015, in the amount of $1,794.00.
Second.
Questions, comments? Okay.
And additions on
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It's been approved.
Also, I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we pay Comtrack Corporation invoice number 3420158, dated 6/4/2015, in the amount of $4,186.00.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Questions, comments? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? That's been approved.
Good?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'd also like to make a motion that we pay Baltazar Contractors. It's really through the Department of Public Works, Town of Auburn, or they're billing them and then we're just funneling it through, but it's for us. Application date is 5/8/2015. There was no number. In the amount of...
No, it's application number 1.
Wait, oh, sorry. Application number 1. Thank you. $87,978.12.
Second. I'll second.
All right. Any questions, comments? All right. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? It's been approved.
Oh. Here we go. Chairman, these next 5. Okay.
This is all
FF&E,
FF&E technology stuff, yes.
5 invoices. Invoice number 433559442, Apple Inc., in the amount of $3,008.00.
Second.
It's all dated 6/23, which is today's date.
There's invoice dates on the, it's actually invoice date 22nd of April.
These are Apple chip processors.
Right.
Yeah.
The invoice date's actually April 22nd. Is that on the end? On the sheet.
Invoice date 22. I rattled off.
422, yeah.
You said 6/22.
I just said the invoice number,
No, the date,
date 4/22.
4/22, yeah. You said 6/22.
Okay, well, that's what this paper says. Eric's trying to,
No, it's not Eric. You can blame Ben on this one.
On the summary sheet.
So we got a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? That one's approved.
I'd also like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we pay invoice number 433-541-7652, Apple Inc., in the amount of $386,240, and that is dated 4/21. Those are 680 computers.
Second.
Okay. Questions, comments? Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? That's approved.
I'd also like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, we pay invoice number TW99216, CDW Government. These are the wired keyboards. Invoice dated 4/20/15 in the amount of $20,100.00.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Questions, comments? All those approved? All those opposed? All those approve this
Mr.
invoice?
Chairman, I'd like to make
Aye.
We have another invoice from Apple
Approved.
Inc., 433-454-6097, in the amount of $859.00 for Mac Mini, and that's dated 4/18/25.
And a second?
Second.
Okay. Motion and a second. Questions, comments? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? That's approved.
Mr. Chairman, I'd also like to make a motion that we pay Apple Inc. invoice number 433-4905-050, dated 4/16/15, in the amount of $21,204.95.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? That's approved. And I think that does it for the invoices. Next item is our usual other item on the agenda. If there's anything else that people want to bring up?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to thank the principal, Joe Gagnon, of the middle school, for allowing me to attend the last 8th grade graduation of the old middle school. The event was great, speeches, the music, et cetera, but Principal Joe Gagnon dancing performance, to Dirty Dancing, not the roof off the house. I think Patrick Swayze would be envious and proud. I had a time of my life, thanks Joe Gagnon for doing it.
Too bad he's not here tonight.
He's not here.
All right, I guess we have to set the next meeting. For July the 21st. Is that too soon?
I'm actually not here that week. Ben Murphy could sit in it. Or if you want to do it the week before or the week after, I'll be here.
I mean, the week before is going to be crunch it in terms of getting your invoicing together and everything else, right? Matt?
We typically have Fontaine's rec around the 10th. So if we did it that week, I would say the 14th would be the...
Well, I mean, we can, there's nothing critical coming up right now. I don't think that's, other than mostly the invoicing and everything.
Certainly go to the 28th.
Yeah. 28th work for, okay, we'll set it for the July 28th, 7 p.m. here.
I can do the 20, but
Okay. Okay, unless there's anything else anybody needs, entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Surprise. Thank you.